Today on People Now, Jennifer Garner speaks out about her dating life and helping ex Ben Affleck battle his alcohol addiction.
Selena Gomez reveals how she faced her life or death dilemma after her lupus diagnosis.
Zolciak Biermann asks Real Biermann to expose her breast in a Snapchat video. Now the mom and daughter are facing backlash from fans. We'll tell you how it happened.
Fitness expert Shaun T joins us live to talk about the arrival of his twins.
Woo! I think I'm ready.
At
I
this
think
point,
I actually know what this is going to be about. I know this album. You know what? Hold up. Let me drop a few more names.
Gina Rodriguez is on fire and shouting out all the stars she's ready to do a rap collaboration with. Please let it happen.
That dog, we loved him for a long time, but I mean, longer than we were really supposed to. He was in a diaper, blind, deaf, no teeth.
Actor Dermot Mulroney tells us about the passing of his formerly famous 22-year-old Chihuahua.
She was the girl of my dreams. I never recovered from the first time I saw her.
Couple goals. William H. Macy recalling his first date with Felicity Huffman is going to make you swoon.
And we're hooking you up with tips and tricks for the perfect pie crust as we count down to the big feast on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh man, those pies smelling good in our kitchen. We are going to show you more in just a minute. But first, we are asking, what is your favorite pie for Thanksgiving? Use the hashtag #PeopleNow to join the conversation. Look at that. Oh my gosh. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Nearly 2.5 years after she and Ben Affleck announced their split, Jennifer Garner says she still isn't interested in getting back in the dating game. Garner, who was married to Affleck for 10 years before they separated in June 2015, told reporters that since their split, she has not, quote, been on a date and is not interested in dating. That's according to an Australian entertainment website. She added, quote, people want to set me up and I'm just like, no thank you. The 45-year-old actress shares 3 kids with Affleck and says of her life after the separation, quote, I would not have chosen this life for myself or for my kids. I would not choose to be single or be in this position. It's something that we are working through. Garner and Affleck officially filed for divorce this April, but have stayed close, with Garner even helping her ex with his struggles with alcohol addiction. A family source tells People in the magazine's new issue, quote, for Jen, it's simple. She wants Ben to be the best dad possible to their kids. Affleck has been open about his struggle with alcohol abuse and has leaned on friends and family, including his ex, after suffering a relapse in September. Sources tell People that family source goes on to say, quote, he asked for help. He wants to be sober. And following that relapse, both Garner and Affleck's brother Casey helped Affleck go back into inpatient treatment for a few days. And since then, he's been going to outpatient treatment in LA and has traveled with a sober coach as he promotes his latest outing as Batman. An Affleck friend says, quote, this is a lifelong battle and not one that he takes lightly. Goes on to add, quote, his focus is on his family and getting better so that he can continue with what he loves. The friend also confirmed to People that Affleck has been in, quote, continual treatment since a rehab stay in March. Affleck, who's been dating Saturday Night Live producer Lindsay Shookus since going public with their relationship in July, revealed days ago during an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan that he plans to spend Thanksgiving with Garner and their kids. According to Affleck, they may even work in a visit to his famous pal Matt Damon's house. It sounds like a great way to spend the holiday. A lot of fun. However, while support from his loved ones helps, an industry source close to the actor says he's always going to have to face those demons, and how he goes forward is strictly up to him. Of course, we wish him the best. Well, fresh from her performance on the AMA's stage, Selena Gomez is speaking out about her life and death lupus diagnosis, saying she is committed to finding a cure. The 25-year-old Wolves singer delivered a speech at the Lupus Research Alliance's Breakthrough Gala in New York City, explaining she now wants to share her private struggle in order to encourage others to seek treatment. 2 months ago, Gomez revealed that she was recovering from a kidney transplant given to her by good friend and fellow actress Francia Raisa. According to Selena, there's only a 3 to 5% chance that her lupus will return, telling the crowd that she's, quote, doing quite well now, and revealing in her speech that her arthritis is gone and she's seen an improvement in blood pressure and energy level. Selena also took a moment to recognize her doctors at the event, saying it feels good to actually be honoring people like you. In my world, it could seem kind of vain, but this is really, really special. And she continued, I'd like to see the day when all young women can realize their dreams of life without lupus. This is why I am committed to the Lupus Research Alliance, so that none of us are alone, especially the young women that I have grown up with and heard many, many stories. Well, guys, Kevin Hart and his wife Eniko Parrish just announced the birth of their first child together, their son Kenzo Cash. The comedian tweeted early on Tuesday morning, "God is truly amazing. Kenzo Cash Hart was born at 1:45 a.m. He is healthy and already smiling. Thank you all for your prayers. We love and appreciate you." That was from his post. And while Kenzo is the couple's first child together, Hart has 2 children with his ex-wife, 12-year-old daughter Heaven and 10-year-old son Hendrix. Congrats to Kevin and Eniko. Well, guys, have you ever wanted to unplug from social media, cell phones, all the other electronics at some point? Well, this holiday season, fast food restaurant KFC is looking to help you do just that. The franchise is selling an escape pod where you can eat all the fried chicken that you want and get away from it all, at least for a little while. It features a drumstick-shaped door handle with Colonel Sanders featured on top, and it costs a whopping $10,000. Yes, you heard that right, $10,000. The escape pod is being sold on KFC's websites. I don't know, I don't really need an escape pod to unplug from the internet, but maybe this could be a fun thing. You can do it for free, or you could do this as an early Christmas gift. Although I might have to check under the cushions for some extra cash somewhere. All right, we're going to throw it over to the kitchen where Andrea is joined by the owner of Cute as Cake Bakery and the official pie consultant for the Broadway musical Waitress, Stacey Donnelly. We are more excited to have you here than most anyone.
Thank you, Jeremy. Well, Stacey, we're so happy to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
Everyone knows that Thanksgiving is all about pie.
Yes.
But how can we take our pies to the next level?
It's actually pretty easy. You can do simple things just by cutting out little letters from your pie crust using any standard, cookie cutter that you want and just place it on. If you want to get a little bit more intricate, you can braid your crust like I did here.
That's so cute.
Yeah, throw on some flour, cookie cutters. Very simple. You can't go wrong.
And so you have your happy Thanksgiving letters, your mini pumpkins on top of pumpkin pie. What's the most craziest thing that you've ever done for a pie?
Oh, crazy. Well, with Waitress, we do a lot of crazy things, and they tend to lend themselves to the savory type pie. One was Betrayed by My Eggs pie, and it had beets and sausage and eggs.
On a pie?
On a pie, yeah. Believe it or not, it tasted like a frittata. It actually is pretty good, but it's crazy.
That's amazing. All right, well, Stacey will be back in just a little bit, where she'll be showing us all some tricks we're gonna make for, what is your other pie that we're gonna be making?
The Rocky Road.
Which sounds incredible. So stay tuned, keep those questions and comments coming in using the hashtag #PeopleNow. But first, we are kicking off Star Tracks with a little mama-daughter drama. Kim Zolciak Biermann and Brielle Biermann are being criticized by social media after the mother of 6 asked Brielle to expose her breast in a now-deleted Snapchat video. Uh-oh. In the footage, Kim seems to be chatting about Khloe Kardashian's pregnancy before telling her oldest child to, quote, show Khloe how big her bleeps are gonna be. Brielle then lifted up her shirt, and boy did Twitter have something to say about it. One Snapchat viewer writes, Kim posted this to her Snapchat story, her daughter Brielle flashing her unmentionables, then deleted 10 minutes later, so disgusting. Another user thinking this might have been meant for the Kardashian queen herself, tweeting, I'm screaming. Kim Zolciak posted a snap that was meant for Khloe Kardashian. Well, this latest Snapchat controversy comes after the duo's explosive social media feud with Real Housewives of Atlanta co-star Nene Leakes. Brielle allegedly leaked a video of cockroaches in Nene's bathroom, causing Leakes to accuse the family of being, quote, racist and prejudiced on Instagram. Oh boy, never a dull moment for these feisty housewives. But now, on to some happier news. William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman recently celebrated 20 years of marriage. So how do the Hollywood lovebirds make it last?
I'm no expert in it, but I think it has something to do, it's the same thing as in acting. When you don't feel it, fake it. Just fake it. I mean, I love women, and don't take this wrong, but you're very easy to manipulate. You really,
No, men, that's wrong. Men are easy to manipulate.
I mean, I guess there's perhaps 2 sides to every coin here.
Something shiny or flowers is a kind word. I mean, it goes a long way. You just have to put your attention on it, and even when you don't feel like it, do it anyway.
Yeah.
Just do it anyway. I think that's pretty spot-on advice, and clearly, hey, it's working. Felicity shared an adorable throwback of the couple from back in the day, captioning the pic, you took me home in 1985, you married me in 1997, you give me a thrill every time you walk through the door. William says thinking back to that first date brings back the most amazing memories. Here's why.
It was exciting. She was working, I was working. We were starting the Atlantic Theater Company, and we did some beautiful work, too. Dave Mamet had written some plays. We were in a play together then. We try to keep that sort of special, so we don't act together that often. And, oh, she was the girl of my dreams. I never recovered from the first time I saw her. I know it sounds sort of airy-fairy, but boy, she swept me away.
That is true love, people. I love that. But with such busy schedules, how do the Emmy award-winning actors carve out some one-on-one time?
Well, you got to make time. Yeah, every once in a while we'll go spend a night in a hotel or get away on our own. You know, when the kids were younger, it was a little more difficult, but now they sort of ask us to leave.
All right, guys, we have a new band alert. Take a look at this.
And we're running out of time. I'm just out here waiting for the time.
Woo! Cody Simpson, Reef Boy, and Adrian Coda were all doing their own thing a few years ago, but now they've come together to form Cody Simpson and the Tide. Well, they recently dropped their debut EP, Wave 1, which has a very unique sound. Take a look.
We all bring our own like ideas and attributes together, and then it kind of just forms itself. Like Adrian, the most poppin' producer on the planet, he helps take it to like the next level. So,
is there a certain artist that you either try to emulate or you get inspiration from?
We get inspiration from different people for sure. You know, we love other people, you know, that don't exist anymore. You know.
A lot of 50s and 60s stuff. I mean, me as a vocalist, I grew up with like Elvis Presley, and we all take from a variety of different influences. But as a collective group, you know, we're inspired by the Police, the Doors, even like Sublime, and other bands kind of like that. Yeah.
All right, you guys spent 12 months creating this EP. You had 40 or 50 songs, right, that you had to choose from?
Yeah.
I mean, how did you whittle it down to so few songs when it comes to 40 to 50? That's a lot.
Well, we thought that these 4 that we put out first, we wanted to put them out as a package of 4 because we thought it was a great representation of the different facets and aspects of our sound and the blend that we were trying to achieve. It's just about figuring out what's the most cohesive and the most and what makes the most sense together. Those 4 made the most sense together, and we have about 3 or 4 singles that we're looking to release early next year, so we're pretty stoked on all that.
Well, definitely check out those guys' music, and those are your star tracks for today.
All right, still ahead, Shaun T is joining us live to give us the adorable update on the birth of his twins. It's Twinsanity, plus Rocky Road to My Heart, pie people. It could be the pie at your Thanksgiving feast. We have the expert showing you how to make it. But first,
it's time for Oh Snap! Mother of Pearl. Kate Middleton was seen wearing a familiar royal heirloom out with hubby Prince William and Prince Harry at the 70th anniversary of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip at Windsor Castle. Kate wore a pearl choker that originally belonged to the Queen of England and was even once worn by your mother-in-law, the late Princess Diana. All 3 stun in the accessory, proving great style is truly timeless.
Indeed. And the bromance between former President Barack Obama and Joe Biden, it continues. Woo! Obama wished his friend and former Vice President Joe Biden a happy 75th birthday with a hilarious tweet that has gone viral. The tweet starts off with a meme of Biden interrupting the president mid-sentence and ends with a warm message where President Obama calls Joe his brother and the best vice president anybody could have. I love their brothers.
Love the running joke they have there. And sometimes you have to treasure the little victories in life, just like Bella Hadid did. The model suffered a minor nip slip during her final catwalk at the end of the Victoria's Secret fashion show in Shanghai. But what is the 20-year-old most proud of? It's the fact that she smiled like a champ the whole way through the show. She's admitted in the past that she's not the best at smiling on cue. And after the show, she posted a picture on Instagram with the caption, "This just happened. She smiles." Love it.
You wrote a memoir as if people were really needing it. I got one question though. You have a plan on reading it?
Just absolutely annihilated him. I dropped the mic.
Destroy Rob Gronkowski. I am sorry, Rob. I'm sorry.
Don't know what else to say, but you had to do what you had to do.
It was so much fun.
Who's your favorite rapper? And who would you want to work with on an album? Let's just say that way.
Chance the Rapper.
Oh, really? Why Chance?
I love him. He's from Chicago. I think everything he drops is conscious and an opportunity to spread love and joy and educate people. I also want Lin-Manuel to produce it. Lin, where are you? I also want Common to get on it. Like throw in Cardi B because she just has, she's just unapologetic. I think I'm ready. I think I actually know what this is going to be about. I know this album. You know what? Hold up. Let me drop a few more names. Can we get Talib Kweli back in the mix? Where you at, Talib? You want to just jump on my record?
Okay.
We got this.
No, I can't be the only one hoping that this album actually becomes a reality, guys. It sounds like it would be fire. And of course, the Jane the Virgin star Gina Rodriguez got the chance to work with Lin-Manuel on his Almost Like Praying collaboration, which was written and recorded to benefit hurricane relief efforts in Puerto Rico.
But Lin hit me up and he was like, "Hey Gina, you want to brush off those rapping skills?" I'm like, oh, Lynn.
Oh, let's
I was
do
like,
it.
anything for you, literally. Anything for Puerto Rico, literally
Yeah.
anything. So many people are doing so much work, including Jennifer Lopez, Ricky Martin, Rosalind Sanchez with Voices for Puerto Rico. I mean, every Puerto Rican actor you can think of, I have come across and has contributed to give as much as we possibly can, because we live in a bubble, y'all. Puerto Rico is not doing well. It's still not doing well. It's not a joke. It's really, really sad. It's really, really real.
I mean, people like, we've been very aware of like Bethany Frankel, the Real Housewives, has been doing all kinds of work to get funds and supplies and money.
Twitter conversation with Bethany Frankel every single day. That woman is like our, just literally, she's just a saint and a random angel that showed up and was like, oh, here, I'm gonna just use all my power to help, and has done nothing but that. It's been incredible.
Have you been in touch with people back in Puerto Rico? And like, what's the current status that you're hearing from people you know?
Well, I mean, I can say personally, for our personal family, my father's childhood home was destroyed. My parents' home was destroyed. We have cousins that we haven't been able to speak to because they live in the mountains and there's no reception, cell service, there's no electricity still on the majority, like in like 70% of the island. Water is still needed, generators are needed, food. There is a very high death toll that the media is not talking about. It's not good, but the hope is that I have opportunities like this to tell everybody, go to HispanicFederation.org and please contribute, whether it's from 10 cents to $10. You will be helping a family, you will be helping people in need. Go to Voices for Puerto Rico, go to Unidos por Puerto Rico, go to Direct Relief. I mean, there are so many people that you can help, because we can't do it alone. We can't do anything alone.
Well, this is very exciting. A double bundle of joy just in time for Thanksgiving. Fitness expert and author Shaun T and his husband Scott Boehlke just welcomed 2 adorable baby boys, and they're joining us now. Thank you so much. Congratulations. How are you guys?
We're very tired. Do you see the bags under our eyes?
No, we can't see them. Okay, we're loving the photo of you and Scott each holding one of your newborn sons. How does it feel to finally meet these guys?
It was pretty incredible. I'll tell you this. The reason why we posted that photo is because after about over 24 hours, that was the first time we actually were able to put them on our chest and for them to hold them. So it was just like the most amazing moment for us. And it felt so good. It still feels really good. They're in the NICU now, so it was hard for me to sleep last night because I just wanted to race over to the hospital just to look at them do their little thing.
Yeah.
It's beyond.
The boys were born prematurely, 32 weeks. How are they doing today?
Well, the good news is they're off the respirator, which is great. They sometimes use the feeding tube and sometimes use the bottle to feed. So we're actually moving in a great direction, and the nurses are beyond incredible. And they are very surprised at how well they're doing at the stage they're doing. So every day seems to be something new and something better to celebrate. I mean, we celebrated some movements last night, meaning from the kids into the diapers. So that was a big day for us.
Great, yeah.
So I just didn't know how to say that, but yeah. So there are small victories that are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, you said in your birth announcement that they took you a little by surprise. Where were you when you got word that they were about to make their debut? Did you freak out?
So first of all, if anybody wants to hear the entire story, they can go to ShaunTFitness.com/twinsanity, because we literally take you on a play-by-play of what happened. But I will tell you this. Thank you, Apple, because we watched our babies be born over FaceTime at the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport.
Oh my goodness. That's so great. Yeah, the technology brings you right there.
You have no idea how many people were walking past us going,
It's like, turn the volume down, let's go over here. So look, we're so excited about the newest Fit Fam members.
Oh, yeah.
So happy for you guys. Any names to announce yet?
We are probably going to announce the names on Thanksgiving, because we're hoping that they're well enough to be outside of the incubator long enough for us to post like a good photo of them and have their eyes open. So we want to introduce them with their names, with their eyes open, so they can really embrace the love that everyone has been giving them.
That's so great. I just want to say that Jeremy is still kind of a cool name, even at 27. Anyway.
No, they're not going to name one of them Jeremy.
Maybe. What if they were thinking that? Now look what you've done.
Maybe. When do you think you'll get to take them home?
Well, they say between 2 and 5 weeks, but they also say that we should prepare to take them home on their due date, which is January 8th. But I will say this, our babies are just like us. They're really fit, their lungs are really strong, and so everyone's really impressed with how much they are actually progressing so far. So that's pretty good. So we're hoping sooner than later, but we want to keep them in there as long as they can get as healthy as possible. Yep.
All right, well, yeah, Shaun and Scott, thank you so much. We love tracking along this whole thing. Give hugs to the adorable little ones for us, and we wish you all the best.
Yeah, congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift, and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Well, guys, Dermot Mulroney captured all of our hearts at my best friend's wedding, but the 54-year-old actor often has another best friend on his mind, his 22-year-old Chihuahua, Maverick, who sadly passed away. Last year, Dermot visited Animal Nation with Anthony Anderson, where Maverick instantly gained viral YouTube fame. Watch.
This is Maverick.
Okay.
Maverick is 22.
20?
Maverick passed away shortly
Oh,
after
no.
that. Yeah,
Sorry to
he
hear.
was really on his last leg for that show. And I'm not really of the era where stuff goes viral on guys like my age. It doesn't really happen, but if you check it out on YouTube, it's like over 500,000 hits right now. Does that qualify?
That definitely qualifies. That's
and
legit.
I believe it's because of the Chihuahua lovers of the world, not because people like me. You know, I just looked up oldest dog in the world. And there's one that's off the charts, like 35 or something.
Right.
This is like a record standing for years and years. By the time you get to the 15th oldest dog, Maverick's older.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like the 14th oldest dog in the world.
In the world.
That dog, we loved him for a long time, but I mean, longer than we were really supposed to. He was in a diaper, blind, deaf, no teeth.
It was like...
And we just kept, you know, lifting him down the stairs until he couldn't do it. He couldn't
Poor
even get up.
dog. Yeah,
So let me think.
dog now?
I think he went about maybe just even like 6 weeks after that show.
Oh, so it was shortly after that. Was one of his final...
Yes, we had, even in that clip you see when one of our other Chihuahuas was a puppy.
And still going strong.
And they're still going strong. I have a pair of other Chihuahuas now.
Drew and Emma, Frankie and Whitney, on this night before the finale, the couple leaving right now is... Drew and Emma.
And then there were 3. Property Brothers star Drew Scott was sent packing on night 1 of the season 25 Dancing with the Stars finale. Scott hit the floor with 2 jam-packed routines earlier in the night, scoring an impressive 39 out of 40, even earning the title of Most Improved Dancer. But it was not enough to save him from elimination. Scott reflected on his time in the ballroom, crediting pro partner Emma Slater, as well as his fellow contestants, for making his time on the show a, quote, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I honestly didn't even think that I would make it here. Well, as for the other finalists, head judge Len Goodman admits he has no idea who will take home that Mirrorball trophy, saying, this is becoming the war on the floor. I have no clue who's going to win. Frankie Muniz, Jordan Fisher, and Lindsey Sterling will battle it out for the top prize tonight. And the anticipation is already killing us. The season 25 Dancing with the Stars finale kicks off at 9 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
Hey guys, we are back with pie expert extraordinaire Stacey Donnelly. Woo! She is showing us how to transform our average pies this Thanksgiving. Introducing the rocky road to my heart pie.
Yes.
My mind's already blown.
Yes.
Not your classic pumpkin or apple pie. What's
No.
the secret ingredient here?
Chocolate, graham cracker, marshmallow. You can't go wrong.
No, absolutely not. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so you start with a basic chocolate mousse, cream cheese chocolate mousse. Cream cheese, light brown sugar, sugar, melted chocolate, heavy cream.
Whip it all up.
Whip it all up. And then we're gonna go ahead and add a few marshmallows into that. Can't go wrong.
Just bringing the ice cream into a pie, right?
Ice cream into the
Like
pie.
when I was a little kid and I licked the beater, like I just want to lick
That's
that.
all you want to do,
right?
honey? Go ahead, stick your finger there. Won't you?
Wrong kind of show.
Take it to a different level for Thanksgiving.
So then we mix all that up.
We mix all that up. Now, we add almonds, but you know, you can leave those out depending on your food allergy or not, whatever you would like to do.
Is there a good supplement for the almonds? Is there anything in particular?
No, I mean, if you want to make it really kiddish, you could add some Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
You know, if you want a little crunch.
I'm just thinking like full chocolate, like galore.
Just keep going with the chocolate. That's it. You don't really need the nuts, but I would suggest adding the marshmallows.
Okay, so then we're putting it in
If you add the almonds, then it feels like it's healthier.
Yeah, it gives you a little protein in your pies. So
What kind
it's
of
an
crust do you
excellent
have
meal.
here?
We have a graham cracker crust,
Ooh,
which
yum.
is just crushed graham crackers and melted butter.
I mean, this stuff is self-explanatory, isn't it? I mean, I always look for some big secret, but it's just like the best ingredients ever. Just mesh them all together.
Just mush them together and make them fresh. That's all I say. As long as it's fresh, real food, you can't go wrong.
All right.
Now this pie is amazing, but what is the #1 pie request that you get?
Oh, for Thanksgiving, it's definitely apple crumble.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have a surprise one this year. We're getting a lot of requests for our chocolate salted caramel.
Chocolate salted
Yeah,
caramel. Wow.
which is amazing.
With the apple pie, do you prefer or do you find that people eat it mainly hot or mainly cold? This is a little bet I've got going. With the
I
rest
think
of the
it's a
crew.
preference. I think a lot of people like to warm it up with some ice cream.
Yeah, you'd say most of them warm, right?
Yeah.
More warm than
Did you
cold,
win?
right?
Did you
That's
win
right.
that?
You guys can pay me later. So look, since you are the official pie consultant of the Broadway musical
Yes, I
Waitress,
am.
just unbelievable. What's your favorite type of pie to bake or eat? I feel like that might be impossible for you to narrow
Like
down.
choosing between your children.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm kind of a kid at heart, so we make a cookies and cream pie. that
Oh my
I
gosh, so
just-
good.
I can't say no to. So,
Okay, so you've topped it off here.
yes, with some
the
marshmallows.
The almonds, which
And
makes
some
it a healthy
almonds.
treat.
And if you would like to go ahead and give it a little blowtorch.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys want to do
Yeah,
this.
yes, you do it.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
afraid of that thing.
So you just go ahead and
So-
torch the top, melt those marshmallows down, make it a real s'mores.
Just to give it a nice
I've never
sort
even
of burnt,
seen
crisp
this
top.
done.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm
You just
afraid
wanna-
I would go a little too far with this.
No, go ahead, give it a try.
You want to try? Were you going to try? You do
I
it.
don't trust you.
Yeah, me either.
So you
Let's-
gotta push
let's-
this button down
There
first.
we go. It's
There
child
you
safety.
go.
Oh, wow.
When should people start prepping their Thanksgiving
actually-
pies? Oh.
Fire on
I knew that was gonna. I told you. So when should people start prepping them? What's too early or too late to start prepping the pie? I guess too early would be the real
Too
question.
early would be the question. I personally like the pies to be as fresh as possible.
Yeah.
So I like to bake them usually Tuesday or Wednesday, preferably Wednesday.
Okay, but look, for this thing, we just did it right now.
Right here. Very easy,
we wouldn't
very
want.
simple.
It's very easy. We could do this right before people come over.
Something like this you could actually make ahead of time and put in the freezer.
Okay.
Here,
And
here,
then
you
just-
drizzle some chocolate.
Yeah, so
I've
I'm a
burned
part
that.
of
I burned
it.
that one marshmallow, but
Let me
hey, it's
drizzle
fine.
over top.
All right, let's check back in with your questions for Stacey. Are there any fruits you should not combine in a pie?
Oh, see, I'm creative with pie. I think it's whatever your taste is, whatever you think you'll like, go for it. Give it a try.
I'd say more fruit the better.
Orange? Have you ever used orange?
I've used orange zest.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, the little citrus
A
on
lot
top
of
there.
orange zest.
Here's another question. Does the toothpick method really work to test for the pie being done? So you put the toothpick in, you see if anything's on it when it comes out.
It does, except for pumpkin. Pumpkin, it will come out pretty clean, but then you need to let it sit and it will come together and it will cook more.
Stacey, why are you so good at this and why are we so bad? These are two different pies here.
Another question from a viewer. What's the key to a perfect pie crust?
Perfect pie crust.
Depends on the type.
It depends on the type, but if you're talking about classic pie crust, make sure it's not too wet. You don't add too much water
Yeah.
to your mixture, and don't knead it too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember you being here before. I believe you said always cook on a cool surface.
Yes.
Am I crazy, or did
No,
I make
no.
that up?
No, you
I
always
have-
want to have
Okay.
your pie crust on a cool
Cool
surface.
I have a question. How do you drizzle? Like you drizzle that one?
I had a little tool when I did
Secret tool to
Little
make the
secret
magic.
in the
Look at this one.
kitchen.
This is what it's supposed to be. Yeah,
And it was more
hours of the
melted.
clumpiness. Look how nice that is. All right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Stacey.
Thanks
Walking
for
us
having
through
me,
all
guys.
these pie tricks. I'm sorry for burning one of these marshmallows.
Even if it doesn't look
Happy
good,
early
guys.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Don't worry about how it
Happy
looks. It tastes
Thanksgiving.
the same.
That's it.
Make
It's
sure
all
to
about
tune
the taste.
Tune in again tomorrow. We'll be asking you a new People Now question of the day. Be sure to tune back in at 8:30 a.m. Eastern right here. And coming up tomorrow, award-winning actor, TV host, official dog expert John O'Hurley talks about hosting this year's National Dog Show. It airs on NBC following the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade like it does every year.
Yes.
Plus, actor and Oscar-winning musician Dermot Mulroney back opening up about his new Hallmark movie, The Christmas Train, and what he has to say about watching old clips from the classic film My Best Friend's Wedding. He does this great throwback. It's great.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from Gina Rodriguez. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Enjoy.
Hey, I am Gina Rodriguez, and this is One Last Thing. My last girls' night was, I would say, a few weeks ago with a bunch of really badass Latinas. The last time I laughed so hard I cried was watching What We Do in the Shadows. There's a second one coming. I'll audition. Taika, where you at? I will audition. I will be a vampire. The last song stuck in my head. Despacito.
Despacito.
Despacito. I'm not doing it.